the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jason Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Good morning. Welcome to your Monday, Melbourne.
Good morning, Melbourne. Morning, Clintie.
Morning, Lozzie.
How are you?
Should we do a roll call early?
Yeah, I like doing
Okay,
this. 'Cause
okay.
It's normally me that's not you.
Lauren,
Present. Clint.
present.
Jace.
Jace?
Guys, King
Guess
Kong
what?
is not in town. He's not here.
Hey, let's start beating our chests because we are.
King Kong's not here. So it's just me and Clint today. The
Yeah.
kids have the keys to the car,
What
Melbourne.
could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, also, producer Jazz, are you around this morning?
I'm here.
Oh, he doesn't.
I'm here just about, just in case things go kind of wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
Alright.
going to do, but
What
I'm
about-
here, okay?
Gen Z.
Here.
The thumb.
Oh, executive producer.
Wait, are we
Oh,
missing
hang on.
another
What
one?
about Nando's?
I'm here.
Anyone seen the thumb, our executive producer and our faithful leader?
Nowhere to be
Is
seen.
he-
Okay, great.
Is he recovered after Port Adelaide's big win?
Yes.
Whoa.
He watched the footy and he's not
and
come
he's
to
just
work.
he's just not surfaced yet.
So we don't have an executive producer or Jace.
Okay.
It literally is the key.
I thought they were one and the
key
same. I thought Jace was the executive producer of this show.
Jace thinks he's the
Yeah.
executive producer. Not
anyway,
today.
how was your weekend, Lozzie?
It was great. I had a hens party.
Oh.
Had a hens party in Byron Bay. Yeah, the gals.
You've come back quite unscathed, though. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
I'm a bit under the weather, to be
Are you?
honest. I think we're
What a
dropping
day for
like
it.
flies around here, one by one.
Any incidents,
I'm
or
a
are we going
little
to talk about
croaky.
that a bit later?
You know, there were 2 incidences at the airport yesterday. I did what you did. So you told me this happened on a plane once. I was already feeling a bit ordinary flying home to Melbourne, and I had my handbag under the seat in front, and it fell down, and all my things rolled down the aisle. As we took off, I was like, whoop, there goes
Did you get
my
on your hands and
deodorant.
knees?
No, it went all the way to the back. I was in row 3.
Did-
And everyone stuck their heads out and watched it roll down the aisle
There it
like
goes.
Hannah Frexona.
There goes
and then
the lip
I was
smacker.
like, oh, and there goes the lip balm. And everyone was like sticking their heads out just watching it.
You would never have gone to retrieve it.
No, oh no, that didn't
No.
belong to me. I was like, whose is that? Oh, whose is that?
That's gone forever.
Yeah, and then you know what else I did? I got home last night and I was like, something feels weird. I just had like thrown on just like some black pants
Oh, yeah.
and stretchy pants and a big t-shirt. I had a sweater on.
Uber Eats.
And I got home and I was like, just these don't feel right. And then I realised I had sat at the airport for 45 minutes at Ballina Airport, flown home, walked through Melbourne Airport, got in the car, got home, and my pants were on backwards.
What a tag dag.
Just fully backwards with the pockets at the
What,
front.
you have the
was-
zipper at the back?
I was wearing no, there was no zipper. There was no zipper. They were like pull-on pants, but the pockets are at the front and
Oh,
the
no,
side pockets were
shame.
going in the back.
Oh,
And
I've
I'd
done
worn
that
them
before.
the whole morning
Oh, no. You're a mess.
after all my things
but
went
I
flying
love
down the
everything
aisle.
about it. I went to
Yeah.
the footy on Saturday night, which was amazing.
So
The the Power and the who played the Power again? The
The
Hawks.
Lions.
That was
Oh,
on
the
Friday
Hawks.
night,
Oh,
and then
God.
on Saturday night it was the Lions and the Giants, and
Mm.
it was extraordinary. I actually sat next to Marcus Ashcroft, who is the father of Will Ashcroft, who was playing
For
I'm
what team?
the Lions.
Oh.
I'm a nail biter, right? But you should have seen him. He had a fist in his mouth.
He
He
was so
was
nervous.
so nervous. And the Lions, how about the Lions? They got over the line. Extraordinary scenes.
Well, I had a girls' weekend at the hens party, so I did not see 1 second of football on the weekend. So you have to fill me in on it all a bit
okay,
later.
we'll do that a bit later. Also,
huge show today, Cleve.
very, very exciting because all week we've got your chance, Melbourne, to win $500 a day. This is with thanks to Bedshed. All you need to do is to listen out for the alarm clock that'll be going off sometime during the show. It sounds a little something like this. Ooh,
Oh, that's quite jarring.
don't need that.
Is it going to
Don't
play
need
more
that
than
at
once?
6:04.
Does it play on repeat or just once?
So
Just once?
once you hear
Jeez.
the wake up alarm call, and hopefully you'll be the first caller through $500 13 24 10.
If you hear now, this isn't it, but let's hear it one more time.
Oh, that's horrendous.
Rude. All right, Melbourne, when you hear that, give us a buzz and you could be winning that $500 this morning thanks to Bedshed.
It is 6:04. You're on Nova 100. Oh, that means
Oh, that was the alarm.
that's the alarm. It's time to call 13 24 10 if you want to get your hands on $500 large. It is 6:08 on your Monday morning. That was Hosier. Tops of 15 in Melbourne today. A bit of rain about 10 degrees right now, Lozzie.
Well done, Clint. That was excellent housekeeping. So
Thank
if you
you.
just tuned
Am I
in,
going okay?
Jace is actually not here today.
Oh, look, we're getting calls as well. We must not be going too badly.
Clint, I realised we don't really know what we're doing when he's not here, but that was good, Clint. All right, so we've set the alarm off. We do have $500 to give away. Thanks to Bedshed. We thought we'd get to it nice and early.
What about on Friday, by the way? We're actually upgrading the prize and awarding the lucky listener a Tempur Pro Adapt medium queen size bed worth $13,500. Bedshed's mid-season clearance is on with up to 50% off everything. Bedshed, no one's better in the bedroom.
Do you have a king bed?
No, I've got
You're
queen.
a queen guy.
Yeah.
You are a bit of a queen. That doesn't surprise me.
But I mean,
one bit.
more often than not, I'm
Have
not
it to yourself.
sharing.
Do you have a king
So I
single?
might as well have single bed.
Do you have a king single? You know what's really jarring, and it happened to me recently. We went away and we somehow had a hotel room that had twin beds in it instead of a double.
Oh, no.
You know
What,
when they don't put them together?
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet, let's just sleep in separate single beds. It's really odd going into a single bed when you haven't slept in a single bed.
Was it a
for
king
while.
single?
Well, I don't know. It's just like a hotel single.
Did Paul fit in the king single, your
Yeah,
partner?
I know. That's the problem.
Feet out the back?
That's why I quite liked being in separate beds.
All right.
Let's go to Brooke in Lara. Good morning.
Hi.
Brooke, do you need to upgrade your bed?
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, congratulations. $500 coming your way thanks to Bedshed today. But stay tuned all week because that could be upgraded to the $13,500
Hey,
king
Brookie.
bed package.
God, yeah.
How are we going early doors with that, Jace?
Oh my God, I'm so nervous and excited. I've never been on radio.
Oh,
Oh, good on you, Brooke.
yeah.
Thank
Well,
you
you
guys
enjoy
so
the
much.
$500, all right? Have a great
Awesome.
Monday. What are you up
Thank
to
you,
today?
guys. I'm just on my way to work.
Oh,
Good
what
on
do you do?
Brooke.
I'm a nurse.
Oh, well done. Thank you. Thank you for your
guys.
service.
Thank you guys so much.
There you go, $500
It's our
in your
pleasure.
back pocket. What a way to start your Monday.
How nice. $500 large. So Jace is away. The kids will play. What
We want
would
to do all the things that Jace hates today.
Well, what would he hate us doing? There's so many things that he doesn't like.
Should we get
I
a
mean-
psychic on? We might get a psychic on to tell us how we're going to go. We might find out how long he's going to be away for.
That's a great idea.
He would flip.
Crystals. He'd hate- Get your crystals out. Actually, tomorrow morning, if he's back, we should just surround this whole desk with crystals, tarot cards, all that sort
Let's
of thing.
do it anyway, even if he's back.
Is there a song that he hates? I'd love to play a song that he hates as well. In fact, 13, 24, 10, what would Jace Hawkins hate? And what should we do, Lauren and I,
Well,
given
kids away.
we've got basically a ticket to go rogue
Yeah.
to do whatever we bloody well like?
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk hens parties later. He'll hate that. I went to a hens party on the weekend. There was a situation.
Was there really any scandal?
There wasn't any scandals, but when you hear what I'm going to play, it might sound like a bit of a scandal. But
So-
13, 24, 10. Well, Jace isn't here. What should the kids do?
Exactly.
Who
I
should
love
we
it.
interview? What should we talk about? What songs should we play that he would hate?
You're with us on Nova 100. Jason Lauren on Nova 100. Good morning to you, Melbourne. We're talking things Jace would hate this morning because Lozzie, he is MIA.
Yeah, Jace is away today, so the kids have the keys to the car, and we are asking Melbourne on 13, 24, 10. We want to go rogue. What should we do? Well, the boss is away. Sam, Kings Park, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
We're great, Sam. We're actually loving the peace and quiet of not
So,
having
and do you know
Jace
what,
around.
Sam? He has this studio like an icicle, and this morning we have pumped the heater
toasty
right
and
up.
warm.
It is
Nice
beautiful.
and toasty.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think we should be doing while we've got the keys
Well,
to the car?
I was thinking maybe a bit of Mariah.
Oh, he
Mariah
does hate
Carey,
Mariah Carey.
as in All I Want for Christmas.
No, that's too early.
No,
Of
that's
course.
she's still
It's
frozen.
September. She's still frozen.
Okay.
But we can definitely play Mariah. Have we got Mariah there? Jazz, you're in charge of the panel. You're in charge of
He's
the desk.
nodding his head
Here we go.
furiously.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
This is Nova 100 Melbourne. Mariah Carey. We're not defrosting.
Is this one of
it.
your favourites?
Always been my baby, yeah. It is.
I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but you know what?
Do-do-do.
We're going to roll with
Oh,
it.
get ready.
Because Jason hate it. Good morning, Melbourne. Jason Lauren with you. Clint Stanaway here too.
Jace
It
is
is-
off this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're doing things that Jace would hate.
Like playing Mariah Carey at 6:20 in the morning.
I think he might have a soft spot for Mariah, though.
no
No?
way. No.
Well, we might need a new co-host if he's away for much longer. Remember on the show last week we had that, are we allowed to say crazy bird lady, Grania?
Oh, yeah, I loved her.
Yeah. Here's a little bit of a taste test of what she had to say.
So what you need to do is respect the bird. Make friends with the bird, if you will.
What's going through the magpie's head?
So Lauren looks up at you. You're the magpie. Lauren
make
looks
eye
up.
contact.
She makes eye contact. She gives you a filthy look. What do you do?
Oh, you give a filthy look. You're after me babies. Are you looking at my babies? Are you looking at my babies?
Are you suggesting we get her in as a co-host or we get a magpie in?
Just sub her in as super sub.
The more she spoke, he just wanted to climb under the desk. I loved her. Yeah, I'd get her in as a co-host.
13 24 10 to join us on the air. What would Jace hate? What should we do on his little day off today? Let's hit the phones, Lauren.
Paula, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Lozzie.
Morning, Paula.
Oh, beautiful Paula. How are you?
Are you enjoying
Hi, Clintie.
Are you enjoying not hearing Jace's voice this morning like we are?
Oh, it's a little bit odd, to be honest.
It is odd. I agree.
We're thrown as well, Paula. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're sort of playing along.
It's so nice to talk to you, Clintie.
Oh, Paula.
Go on, Clint. You talk to Paula.
Paula, what are you up to this morning?
I'm just enjoying listening to your dulcet tones, to be honest.
Okay. Do you get this feeling often?
Quite often.
Okay.
Like 5 days a week.
Oh, good on you,
I
Paula.
do work 7 days a week, actually. So.
Is he favourite?
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
getting a very
seven,
clear
yeah.
message that Clint is your favourite. Hey, Paula, is there something that we should be doing while Jace is in here? Because we don't very often get to make editorial decisions about what's on the show.
We
'cause he
never get
bosses
to
us
make
all around.
editorial decisions.
What do you think we should be talking about this morning?
Oh, look, you know how Jace always does his little huffy puffy sighs?
Oh, hang on. I've got to go to the airport. It's the wrong cheese on my focaccia. It's not focaccia, it's Turkish.
Actually, Gen Z.
Raspberry and
Let's
white
cross to
chocolate
Gen
muffin.
Z. Yeah, how much does he whinge about his breakfast, Gen Z?
Every single day, even though he puts in the order.
That's a good one, Paula. I like that. He does whinge a
He
lot.
does whinge a lot. And you're right, he has been on the hunt for the perfect white chocolate raspberry muffin and he's yet to find it. He ordered one the other day and it had pineapple in it. Were you here? He wanted to flip the test.
Do you know what? It was joyous. Every chunk of pineapple he pulled out of that muffin, I laughed. Michael in Essendon, good morning. Welcome to the show. What should we do now that Jace is away?
Morning, guys. While the Clinton-Lauren show is in charge,
Thank you.
I reckon he's to mess around with all of his stuff, but just enough so that when he comes in tomorrow, he won't pick it all straight away.
Yes.
So like, on his chair, just lower the height just a little bit.
Yes.
Right? Not enough that he'll walk and go, mate, but you've messed with my chair, but enough that it'll be like something's just off.
Yeah, because
And
he
like-
came
like-
in the other day and he was like, that computer screen has moved by like half
He was
an inch.
huffing and puffing,
Let's move
stomping
all the
his feet.
screens.
Well,
Yeah.
just to give you a peek behind the curtain, he likes to leave the studio control, the temperature control at 21 degrees. That's warm for him. Guess what it's on?
What did you put it on? Because it's toasty.
It's
in
on
here.
24.
Oh,
Oh, it's like we're in ballet.
not ballet. Are we in ballet? I'd love to. Is that where he's gone? He's taking the day off
Do you
to go
think?
to ballet.
No, it's too hot for him. Oh, it's too hot.
When he went to Fiji. He went to Fiji for the holidays, Melbourne, and he came home early because it was too warm in Fiji.
Oh, I'm sweating. Leanne in King Lake, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. How are you? What are you up to?
Good, thanks. Just on the way to work.
Very good.
Okay, what should we do? Well,
I reckon
Jace is away.
you should
Yeah.
rig his microphone so every time he turns it on, he sounds like a duck.
Have we got the capability to do that? Well, Jazz is on
Jazz
the
is
panel
on
today.
We weren't trusted with that.
So let's sample what we could do. Jace, how was your weekend?
How are you feeling? You feeling any better, brother?
Yep, we could do that, Leanne.
Hey,
All
Jace.
right, awesome. I'll be listening tomorrow.
Yeah, you keep listening. Get that on. I want it on a button on my side of the desk every time you talk. Jace, should we give away a prize? I think that was a yes. Or was that a no? What?
Oh, the wheels are off already, and I love it. Hey, Melbourne, thanks for joining us, Jason Lauren, on your
Not
Monday
Jason Lauren.
morning.
It's Clinton Lauren.
Clinton Lauren, we're throwing the keys out. The kids are in charge. We're going to check your underwork and latest in news next. The footy. It's September.
So what are we in now? Because what was
So-
that? That was the quarterfinal. No.
Yeah, that was a semi-finals.
That was a semi-final.
So we're into the prelim finals now.
Right.
Very exciting, Lauren.
Now, I didn't see any footy on the weekend, Clint. I was away to Hen's party, and the last thing on my mind was
What do you mean? The girls weren't all huddled around a big big screen cheering on the Brisbane Lions, for instance?
No, we were dressed as cowgirls. We were all in denim hot pants, cowboy boots and cowboy hats. Yeah, it was a cowgirl. It was a final rodeo hens party.
Oh, you're going to have to tell us about that later on. I can't wait to hear. Hey, by the way,
That's
Jonathan...
why my voice sounds like this morning.
Jonathan Brown to join us on the show just after 8 o'clock this morning.
Okay, so what happened in the footy?
So plenty. So Jonathan Brown's Brisbane Lions played on Saturday night. So they were actually down by 44 points. They trailed GWS by 44 points at the Giants' home ground, NG Stadium in Sydney.
Is that the game you went to?
Yeah.
Was the atmosphere unbelievable?
Well, it was. There was only like 18,000 there, but it didn't really matter because the
How
visiting...
many can fit there?
25.
They didn't sell it out.
No, they didn't sell it out. Well, they're an expansion team, so still very early in their days.
That's why final.
Is that a bit poor, you think?
No, that's a bit poor, isn't it? It's the quarterfinal. What is it? A prelim? No,
A semi-final.
18,000.
Yeah, they need to give away a few free tickets, didn't they?
Yeah, that's...
Anyway, the
That's
Giants,
not good.
for all intents and purposes, were home and hosed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Toby Green was kicking goals. Jesse Hogan was kicking goals, the Coleman medalist. But then up stepped Joe Danaher, who I love, by the way.
Did he used to play for Melbourne?
No.
Oh.
Thanks for the inquiry. He used to play for Essendon.
Essendon, that's what I meant.
Very famous surname, of course, the Danahers. History at Melbourne and Essendon.
Yeah.
But he has, I don't want to say he's got the yips, but he's had a few issues with his goal kicking over the journey. Anyway, the match was on his shoulders late and he stood up.
Can Joe slot it through? You bet he can! Brisbane in front! They are Lionhearts!
Did he kick that right on the siren?
Not on the siren, just a couple of minutes to go, but he kicked two really important goals in the last quarter to get the
How's the
Lions
booing?
home. I know. The atmosphere was extraordinary given there was only 18,000 there.
Well, that's pathetic. That's why you don't want two interstate teams
I
in the
know.
grand final.
So the Lions now through to a prelim final to play your Catters or your adopted Cats at the
Yeah, Cats are my
MCG.
third team.
Yeah.
But they're my
How many you
final.
got?
Well, I like the Tigers.
Give us a
Tigers is
family
my
tree.
team. It's Richmond and Melbourne and the Cats. But I'm on the Cats for the grand final. I've
Okay.
got a soft spot for the Cats.
Okay.
You know, I love Tom Hawkins.
If we play all the theme songs, we'll be here all day.
No. I
I'm
said
quite
from the
partial
start
to
I was
the
on the
Swans.
Cats for the grand final. I said it from the beginning.
Okay.
Admit it.
All right.
I
The
did.
other big
No.
talking point. What?
Admit that I said the Cats for the grand final.
You said you had a soft spot for the Catters. You did.
I said they were going to win the grand final.
Did you though?
Yeah, I did. Clint.
All right. Well, the other big talking point involved the Port Adelaide Football Club.
Oh.
Now, this was a spicy old match between the Hawks, who, by the way, there were so many Hawthorn fans there. There would have been
So this
at least
is in-
10,000 in Adelaide.
In Adelaide.
Yep, Friday night footy.
Oh, no.
And it
but
went
all
down
Hawks
to the
fans
wire.
that drove their cars
I know.
to
Can you imagine the
Adelaide.
drive back?
What about all those people we spoke to that were going on a bus?
Oh,
Would have been
yeah,
very
no, not
sad
for me.
bus home.
Not for me. The Firefly home would have been a
Sad.
no-go zone.
Yeah, very sad.
So it wasn't, I mean, the result was, it was an incredible game of footy. Went right down to the wire. You know, the last few seconds, it was furious footy. The ball was flying all over the place. But it's what happened after the siren. So basically, the coach, Ken Hinkley, who's like in his 60s, he's practically dust.
Clint, 60's the new 50. How dare
What
you?
I'm saying, he should know better, right? Because he got involved in this real ugly verbal stoush with Jack Ginnivan, the Hawthorn player, controversial Hawthorn player.
Wait, the coach and Jack Ginnivan
Yeah,
got in
'cause
a fight,
Basically, the background is
a
that
physical fight.
Jack Ginnivan tweeted Brodie Grundy from the Swans to say, "See ya in 14 days." Basically, like, we'll be there in the prelim final.
Whoops, that
so we're
didn't
going
age
to. Well,
well.
that backfired, didn't it? And that was the point that Ken was trying to make. But should a coach be remonstrating with a rival player? No. So basically, there was a bit of a skirmish. Jack Ginnivan
When you
versus.
say skirmish, did they fight physically? fight?
No. There was just a bit of a verbal stoush, just
Right.
a few terse words traded, and then the captain James Sicily got involved. Anyway, it didn't look good.
As a coach, that's pretty disappointing. You'd think, I reckon Ken as a coach would sit back and go, we've just had a win, a great win. We should be talking about how well our team played. Instead, a coach will sit there mouthing off to a losing side. Pretty poor form.
So that's Luke Hodge
Oops.
on 7. He's been fined $20,000, Ken Hinkley, for that.
What
Ken
did he
Hinkley,
say?
So he was trying to say you won't be flying anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I didn't see it, but I've seen the version on Instagram, the lip reading version.
It is so good.
Where people
It is so good. They
put audio over the top.
How good is it?
Funny. Can we get that? We'll play it later. The audio is so funny of the lip reading
We
version.
might play it to Jono Brown, who's going to join us, by the way, at 7:45 this morning on the show. Can't wait to hear from Brownie about the Brisbane Lions. Gee, he'd be excited, wouldn't he?
He'll be up and about.
Yeah.
He'll be up
So
and about.
basically it sets the scene for prelim final week. We've got here in Melbourne at the MCG. Finally, we've got footy in Melbourne. Saturday. It's a Saturday twilight match.
I don't hate that.
5:15.
And
mind
is this
it.
the Cats versus the Lions?
Cats versus Lions.
Oh,
And
big cat, little cat. Who's your money on?
Oh, big cat, little cat.
Yeah. Battle of the Cats. Battle of the Felines.
Who's my money on? I think the Catters.
He's jumped on my bandwagon. The small pussy
Is there
cats
room?
are going to be
Can
the
I
big
jump on
pussy
the
cats.
bandwagon?
Plenty of room on my bandwagon. I'm the biggest bandwagon jumper in the land. You know that. And what's the other game that no one cares about?
Sydney and Port Adelaide at the
Oh,
SCG.
great.
What do you mean? No, there's plenty
Okay.
of South Melbourne supporters who live here in Melbourne. Go the Bloods.
So, who wins that?
I think it'd be a Swans Geelong grand final for the
Has
second
there
time
been
in
a
3
Swan-
years.
There has been one recently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We
I'm
must
on-
go, by the way.
I'm on the Swans for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought you were on the Cats.
No, it's a different game. Oh no! If it's if it's Swans Cats, I'm on the Cats.
Melbourne. It's footy time in Melbourne right now. We can't wait. Details coming up on how you can get along to our grand final breakfast
That's
as well.
going to be fun. We're
That's gonna
serving
be
mimosas.
Oh, yeah.
for
Let's
breakfast.
get one now. Chase us away. The kids can play.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear. Melbourne Whispers.
13 24 10 is our number. If you have some juicy goss that is going on around Melbourne that we don't know about, I've got some, Clint.
Okay. With thanks to Mimosa Homes V Collection homes starting from $199,900 plus free site cost. Visit mimosahomes.com.au.
Friends of mine were on the Gold Coast on the weekend. And you know who they saw swanning around the GC?
Richard Wilkins. No?
No, not Dickie. He does have a tan for all
Katrina
seasons, though.
Roundtree.
No, Dusty.
Dusty?
Dustin Martin. He's up on the Goldie.
Already?
Is it going to happen?
Yeah, I reckon it will.
I
yeah,
thought
clearly.
he couldn't go to the Gold Coast if he pulled out of his contract early or didn't
Well,
announce his retirement.
I think he's retired now, right? So he's a free agent.
But wasn't there a rule if you retired in season, you can't then go somewhere else?
I ain't seen the contract, but I'd like to.
Do you think he's going to go to the Gold Coast?
I reckon he will. Yeah, it's a lay down misère now. Even for, maybe 2 years? Just a little bit of fun in the sun. A reunion with Damien Hardwick.
Well, you might as well earn the money, right?
So what was he doing on the Gold Coast?
I don't know.
Just sunning himself.
I don't know. But he was there, apparently.
Mm.
Apparently.
You got good intel?
I love that kid. Do you remember that kid?
Yeah.
Apparently.
13 24 10 to get involved. We are talking Melbourne Whispers. Shelley joins us from Geelong. Good morning, Shelley.
Morning, team. How are we?
We're good.
I don't know. How do you think we're going without Jace?
Oh, I
Oh,
can
don't
feel
answer.
him. I can feel him. But I tell you what, you guys are doing pretty well, I
Okay.
reckon.
Thanks, Shelley. Thanks.
Sounds like she's
What an
disappointed.
endorsement.
Well,
Shelley, we
you know.
need your help, though. We need some juicy goss. What's happening? Apparently
Well-
in Melbourne.
Yeah, look, I've got a friend who works in the Bells of Carlton,
Oh.
and yeah, she says that the old Dan Houston from Port Adelaide is definitely going there.
Now, I don't even know who that is.
So Dan Houston wants out.
Who did he
Yep.
play for Port?
He
doesn't
plays for Port Adelaide, and he'd been linked to maybe 3 or 4 Melbourne clubs, one being the Blues. So you think he's heading to Princess Park?
Yeah, well, there's a good chance. Like, he's, 23, 24 Australian leadership, he's had 168 games. I reckon he's a good go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shelley. Melbourne
But, hey,
show tickets for you, by the way.
Wasn't Christian Petrarca going to go to Carlton?
Yeah, but they just couldn't get a deal done, clearly.
So they
Because he's got 175 years left on his
have
contract.
they got the moolah?
Well,
the
yeah,
Blues?
Carlton have always got more. They always
Why?
find a way.
What does that mean?
They always find a way. Nick in Richmond, good morning. Have you got
What
a
does that
juicy
mean?
rumour?
Good morning, legends. Loving this. Clintie and Loz show.
Oh, it's the Clint. It's like we should make a theme song, like the Itchy and Scratchy show, but the Clintie and Lozzie show. No, Clint.
No, I'm all up for it. What do you know, Nick?
I've got a cousin who's in touring, and he's saying that Shannon Knoll is going to be joining Katy Perry at the grand final.
Oh, someone said this last week, and are we believing this,
We
or
got
is
a
it
bit of-
just because
we
we're
got a bit
Robbie
of Knowlesy.
Williams?
Nobody does everything these days.
Yeah, but nah.
Anything for a gig.
Anything
what are
for a
we
gig.
talking?
Oh, I'm not saying Shannon Knoll would say no.
Hey, Nicky
I'm
boy.
just saying, is Shannon Knoll the best we've got for grand final day?
What's
Katy
your
Perry?
What's your intel? Is it a bit of a duo?
Might be headlining. Maybe like he would go
Headline?
before her. Not going to bring her up, you know.
Oh,
Opening for
like
Katy
be
Perry.
the support act,
Oh.
and then she
Yeah.
headlines. I don't think Katy Perry's the support act for Shannon Knoll.
Because
Yeah, no,
who was Robbie's support act?
There wasn't one. It was Robbie, and then Delta came out.
Delta, that's right.
And they did the kids together. Well, kids?
Yeah. So what song is Knowlesy going to help Katie with?
Maybe
Firework.
Or what else did she say? Raw?
Oh yeah.
Raw?
I don't know. I just haven't got a
I
great
just think
feeling
that
about it.
surely, if I like the idea, if we've got an international performer, we should have an Aussie with them. But is Shannon Knoll really?
Oh, yes.
Hot But didn't Shannon
Get it,
Knoll
Knowlesy.
get cancelled for throwing a beer can at someone?
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's back though. Everyone makes a comeback. He's fine.
How many comebacks can one man make? Does he have any new songs?
Well, it's been a while.
I don't know. Nah, I don't think that's true.
Hey, Nick, a couple
Surely
of tickets to the Royal Melbourne show coming your way. We've got a big announcement to make, Lozzie.
We sure do.
On the road to the Holy Grail. Jason Lawrence, Grand Final Breakfast.
Yes, we are hosting the ultimate grand final breakfast. 13 24 10 is our number if you want to win tickets to come along.
Oh,
We're
first
giving away
tickets.
the first tickets this morning for finals footy at Melbourne's best rooftop. Book at brewmanity.com.au now. Now, we're hosting at Clint on the Thursday before the grand final.
Thursday before the public holiday.
So Friday is a public holiday, grand
Yeah.
final eve. So why not extend a long
so you
weekend?
can just get sloshed at breakfast.
I'd be taking Thursday as well. Now, you can go to work afterwards if you must. But otherwise, come and join us Thursday morning. Have you been to Brewmanity?
I've been once, yeah.
So
It's a
David
great
Neitz
setup.
owns that pub. The
Yeah,
old
Big Nita,
Demons
former Melbourne
legend.
captain.
He'll be there.
He'll be there
Who
with
else are we
bells
going to
on.
drag down?
Well, wouldn't be grand final week without the great Mike Brady. would
Mike
it?
Brady will
He's
be
coming
there.
along.
The Premiership Cup will be there.
Cup ambassadors.
Who do you think's going to... Well, I think it's going to be the Cat, so we'll try and get Tom Hawkins there.
Oh, would
I haven't
Tommy come
asked him
down?
yet, but Tom, if you're listening to this...
Consider yourself served. Yeah, so much to look forward to. Grand final week in Melbourne, there is no better time of the year.
It's the best, isn't it?
It is so good. Jace wants to get a tattoo artist there. Have you heard about this?
No.
He wants to get, punters get grand final tattoos or
branded.
premiership tattoos.
Are they getting Jason
before they
Lauren
win
tats?
or lose? Oh, can we get
Should we also offer it Jason Lauren?
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. I'm not silly.
All right.
Someone will.
The first of our tickets to be given away right now. Hey, look who we've got on the line.
Oh, there's another Clint in Melbourne.
There's another Clint in the world.
Oh, go
Good
on.
morning, Clint.
Morning.
Hey, legend.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah.
Clint, have you ever met another Clint?
No, I haven't.
Hey, what a special morning for you and me. Hey, you want to
Yes,
come
I will
along to
do.
our grand final breakfast?
Would love to, yes, please.
Who's your team, Clint?
Collingwood.
Well, that's okay. We can mourn the loss
We
of
can make an
Collingwood
exception.
missing the finals. We'll see you there next Thursday morning. We're doing the show live. It's going to be so much
At
fun.
Brewmanity. Jen in the Yarra Valley. Good morning,
Morning,
Jen.
Jen.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Would you like to come to our grand final breakfast, Jen?
I would love to. That would be awesome.
Well, we would love to see you there next Thursday.
Tickets on us.
Who do you think's going to win the grand final this year?
I'm hoping the Lions.
Oh, you're a Lions fan?
No, I'm actually a West Coast fan.
That works.
But you know what? This is what I love about Melburnians. Like,
Yeah.
it's grand final week, so everyone will pick a
Just
team.
adopt a team.
Yeah, even if your team's not in it, who cares?
Would you get a tattoo, Jen?
Sure, why not?
Oh! Put her name down.
Put her name down.
Maybe one of those Jason
Jen,
Lauren
do you want
tattoos.
a Jason Lauren tat? Or do you... Oh my! If people leave with a Jason Lauren tat, my goodness.
Collie, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, hey, do you barrack for the Catters?
I do, yes.
Can they do it, Collie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so too. I totally believe in them this year. The Cats. Would you like to join us for our grand final breakfast, Collie? Fingers crossed your team will be playing on Saturday.
Yes, I'd love to.
Who will you bring?
I think my mum.
Is your mum a hoot?
Yeah.
She a good time?
Yeah, very much.
Great. We need some
Breakfast
woo girls
martinis?
there. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Mimosas.
Yeah, surely.
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 Well, I don't know.
It's
if we
grand
are.
final
Yeah,
week.
surely,
And there's
yeah.
a public holiday the
Let's
next day.
just not ask. Better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission sometimes. But all right, throughout the next week or so, we will be giving you your chance. We've got plenty of tickets to give away. We're going to be doing the show live from the Brewmanity rooftop next Thursday morning. We can't wait to see you there, Melbourne.
Hey, up next, we're going to be talking exes on the back. Do you know what, Benefer? They're frustrating me right now.
What a roller coaster.
It's happened again.
Who? What?
Benefer. They've been spotted. They've been spotted together again. Now,
At the Beverly Hills
This
Hotel.
troubles me deeply because
Why?
they've just broken up. They've had
But
two
did they
weddings.
confirm that they'd broken up?
Well, it was on E-News, so I assume that's confirmation. Isn't it?
Did you run it on Weekend Today?
We did actually.
Well, then it must be true. Must be true.
So they were canoodling, spotted canoodling
but
together.
maybe they didn't break up.
Well,
Like you irresponsible
Oh,
Today
hang on.
Show hosts just love running stories.
journalists don't tell lies.
Yes, they do.
No, we don't.
No, they
we report the facts. And if
Come on.
TMZ is saying it's true, it's true.
So what's happened? They've been spotted at the Beverly Hills Hotel with the kids.
Yep. Yeah, Beverly Hills Hotel. And that is that a, like,
You're not allowed to take photos at the Beverly Hills Hotel. So
is it
must.
chaotic there, or is it sort of like not invite only, but is it quite exclusive?
Well, it's not. Anyone can book there,
Right.
but you can't take photos. So it must be in the driveway that they've been spotted.
Right.
But I mean, were they canoodling or were they just together? Because they're still a family. Like they've all been living together. Kids are all friends.
Well,
Do you think it's doomed?
I think it was doomed, but clearly one or the other is having second thoughts.
Yeah, but who hasn't?
That's my reading.
Who hasn't returned to an ex accidentally and gone, oh,
Oh, reheating
old soup.
old soup. Is that the expression?
you ever done
I
that?
haven't even got any old soup to reheat.
No, you've got ex-girlfriends. Have you
Yeah.
ever, and then thought that was a bad idea?
Oh, nah, not so much. Once you've broken up, you've broken up.
Nah,
surely. You
there's a
can't be
big
going
grey
back.
area.
Have you ever gone back?
Yeah.
Have you?
God, you know that.
I do actually.
Of all people,
It
you know
puzzled
that.
us. Jeez,
There's
it puzzled
often
us.
just you do it one too many times and then you're like, oh no, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
And
Well-
the worst is when the other person then gets their hopes up and thinks you're back on and you're like, oh no.
Are they going to have a third wedding?
They haven't separated.
Oh, well, you don't know.
They're not having a third wedding. No one's getting married 3 times to the same person. 3
So
times,
what-
different people, different.
Well, should we see how Melbourne feels about this? 13, 24, 10. Have you reheated old soup?
When did you go back to an ex, Melbourne? Let's do the
That's a
ex
shocking
files.
expression, isn't it?
Reheating old soup.
Yeah.
I
I
don't-
like it.
I don't hate it.
Join us on the air, Nova 100. Did you reheat old soup, Melbourne? We are talking X-Files, Lauren.
X-Files, a benefit back together. That's the big question. But I'm not sure they were split. It hasn't been long enough for them to split and be back together, surely. They just stayed together and TMZ were wrong.
Well, we've thrown it out there this morning. 13, 24, 10, by the way, if you want to get involved.
Does it ever work?
Oh, there's the music. Are you reheating old soup? Or have you?
Are you back with your ex? Have you tried to
What's
get
it called?
back to your ex?
Backsliding.
Backsliding. Relationship cycling, apparently.
Let's kick things off with Carly from Narre Warren. Carly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're good.
Going all right. We're getting there. Did you go back to an ex?
Unfortunately, I did.
Oh, no.
I dated this guy when I was about 18, 19, lasted about a year, absolutely broke my heart. He said that I loved him more than he loved me,
Oh.
and we left things at that. And then a couple of years later, I found him on Tinder and thought, oh, this will be interesting. Why not?
And what happened?
Messaged him, we got back together, probably didn't even last 6 months, and he said, I thought, oh, this is my soulmate, like there's a reason we've come back into each other's lives, and he said the exact same thing again,
No.
out of the blue on a Tuesday morning. He was just like, you love me more than I love you, and
The same
broke off,
thing.
and it was the exact same
Dog.
thing. Exact same thing. It absolutely crushed me, but I thank God for it, because a year later I met my fiance. We moved in after a week, engaged after 5 months, and now we have 2 beautiful,
Oh,
adorable
yes,
kids.
you did.
See, happy endings. Yeah, but
You just went the long
the
way.
breakup with the same thing, that's savage.
Yeah, I know. What about Tinder? Finding an ex on Tinder and then swiping left.
It's weird.
Is it left? Right. Which way do you go?
You're telling the story.
I don't know. I'm meant to be
I'd
the
in
single
trouble
one.
if I knew.
Right. Do you swipe?
But I remember when my ex
No
went,
one knows. Hang on.
No,
Are
because
you on the
Tinder's-
apps, Gen Z?
I'm not, so I don't know why
I
you're
think you
pointing
go-
at me.
I think you go right. You go right.
That means yes.
That means yes.
I remember when my ex popped up on Tinder and on the apps. I wasn't on it, But so many of my friends, he was popping up on
They
theirs.
screenshot it.
And they were screenshotting
Yeah.
it and sending it to me. And I was like, oh, yuck. I was like, good luck, sis, if you want to do that. I wouldn't have thought so.
Hey, Shelby joins us on the line from Mill Park. Morning, Shelby. Did you go back to an ex?
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I sure did. So when we were in high school, we dated for a year and a half, then we broke up, and we've now been back together for 10 years and expecting our first baby in a month.
Oh, my. How long were you broken up for?
About a year and a half.
So it can work out.
Congratulations, by the way.
It
That's
can, it
exciting.
absolutely can. And thank you. He's absolutely the best. He's absolutely my soulmate. So very fortunate for me that I went back.
Hang on, Shelby. But what happened in between?
Yeah.
Because surely there's like, in that year and a half, someone's hooked up with someone that each of you
And
know.
did you talk about it?
We did. We talked about it. We worked through a lot, but he certainly made his way back to me, and I made him work for it. So that was
good
the
on
main
you.
thing.
Yes, sis. Well done.
Well,
'Cause
see,
that's
there
the
can
weird
be happy
thing.
endings.
No, but you always hook up with someone that someone knows, and then
Oh, it
that
gets
person's
messy.
now like a bit weird in the
Yeah,
group.
as long as you talk it out.
You can't invite them to the wedding.
Oh, here's trouble.
Exes at a wedding.
Oh.
What do you sit on that? I've been at a wedding where the bride had her ex there, and I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah.
What are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Say no.
You're not dancing with the mayor. I was saying, this is trouble. Look who's on the line.
Oh, Big J. Morning, Big J.
Morning, Big J.
Good morning, Lauren. Speaking again. Mate.
Hey, mate. Good,
Big
mate.
J. Big Jace isn't here today. He's off sick.
Yeah. Are you missing him?
Well, tell him to get a spoon of concrete and hard himself up.
Put his big boy pants on, you reckon?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can fill in for him if he wants to have a bit of a blood, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're okay. Hey, you would have broken a few hearts over the years, Big J.
Mate, the list of broken hearts that I've got is long and never ending. So,
Were you a stripper?
yeah, but that doesn't mean I've broken hearts. That just means people just poked and prodded at that. So that doesn't...
So what happened? Did you go back to an ex?
Sort of. I mean, my girlfriend in year 8, when the formal rocked around in year 12, we decided to pity date each other because the girl I was sweet on said, yeah, no chance in hell, mate. And she really wasn't interested. So I said, you want to pity date each other? She's like, oh,
Pity
yeah, no,
date?
this will be a laugh. Yeah, we
Pity date. Is that what you call it? Oh, like
Pity date.
What? Like she was the last one left on the shelf?
Yeah, pretty much. but so was I. So we decided to sort of like pity date, just do it for a laugh. And the other girl that I was sweet on found out, and she's like, hang on a second, you can't have him. She's like, well, you didn't want him, so I'll have him. And I almost had a punch her. Like, this is the way we roll.
Oh, they got jealous.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was going to work that way because I think she didn't care. But she was like one of these, I don't want you, but I don't want anyone else to have you either. I'm like, yeah, that's not how it works.
Bit possessive.
So who did you end up going to the year
Oh,
12
dear.
formal with, Big J? Did you have a bird on each wing?
My year 8 girlfriend.
Oh, good on you. The pity dater.
No, you're loyal.
The pity dater. That is funny when that stuff
Oh, Big
happens.
J.
You know, I tried to set Paul up with someone, Paul that I'm engaged to.
Yeah.
I tried to set him up with one of my friends.
What, before you guys hooked
Yeah.
up?
Yeah. And then when she asked for his phone number, I got really jealous. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
I know.
He's a man in demand.
I tried to ship him off, then panicked. Now he's stuck with me.
He's stuck with you forever, Lauren Phillips. All right.
Depends who you ask and what day you ask him.
This is Jason Lauren in the morning. Clint Stanaway with you as well. Lozzie, Jace is MIA today.
Jace is
He's
MIA.
a bit crook.
He's sick, so we've rebranded. I've rebranded the show.
Oh, is this authorised?
Absolutely not, but I'm doing it anyway.
Okay,
Do you want to
here
hear
we go.
our new show?
Let's do it.
Inspired by Itchy and Scratchy. It's now the Lozzie and Clintie show. See, Jace?
I think it's got
I think we
Jace's
should
stamp
stick
of
with it for
approval.
the week.
Yeah.
What
Bad
do you
luck,
think?
Jace.
He can just push the buttons and
No, I hope
zip
you're
it.
feeling better, Jace.
Yeah, we do hope you feel better soon. Come and help and save us.
I think we're going okay. We're running
Someone
way
just said we're
late.
15 minutes late, and I said, I don't care.
There's no Big Ben telling us, come on, we're running late.
He does. So a bit of a peek behind the curtains when we talk too much. He like throws his arms around, winds
Oh,
us
we're
up.
running so late.
He mutes us. He turns our
No, we're just going to talk this morning. We were talking reheating old soup a few moments ago. Well, time for our next guest. That'll take some explaining.
I know. We were talking about going back to your exes. So he's coming back to his ex-workplace. Jonathan Brown, good morning.
Morning, Brownie.
Yes, it's great to be on, and thanks for the direction from Ali.
Oh,
as well as said, now make sure this is your first time, make sure you speak up to the phone, take the phone off speaker.
Is that what our producer said to you?
Absolutely. So thanks for that direction, Ali. I'm ready to go, crew. How are you?
Jonathan Brown. We call her Gen Z because she's 12 years old.
She's got no idea.
Have you ever heard of Jonathan Brown, Ellie? Nope. Hey, Brownie, what about those?
It's good to be back home. How good's the Lions?
What about
What
the Lions?
about it? Have they gone feral in Queensland, in Brisbane?
Absolutely. We got, up here in the Goldie, it's AFL's just starting to take off. A bit of Gold Coast Suns about it, but Lions fever's taken over. And I'll tell you what, I've got that many text messages from people to get tickets this weekend from people you don't expect to be supporters. So the local surf coach who coached the kids, who I'm not sure he's ever been an AFL supporter, he's asked me for 6 tickets on Saturday night. So
how many do you get, Brownie?
Well, I get 2. I get 2 for every game for the rest of my life that I'm alive anyway.
Yeah.
But you've got to get on the website and jump in the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
So there you go.
10
So,
o'clock
but I
they
reckon
go
I reckon I know a couple of people in the Lions at the Lions just to get a couple of extra ones.
So, Brownie, I was at the GWS Lions match on Saturday night. I actually I didn't sit next to him because he was standing up for the entire match. One of your old teammates, Marcus Ashcroft, because his son plays, of course.
Oh.
And he was so bloody nervous, mate.
He's not a good supporter.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real insight into what it's like as a parent to watch your son play AFL football, or your daughter for that matter. Brownie, how were your nerves on Saturday night? Because it went down to the wire.
Well, we had a few of the kids were sleeping over, so we had about probably 8 kids here in the lounge room.
God.
So it was absolute mayhem. So kids going bananas, jumping over the top of each other, high-fiving. So it was a bit of a celebration. It was the most unlikely win. It was that exciting because even though, I'm a player and I'm a commentator now, you've still got your team. Everyone's got their team, and my colours shone out through that. I'm glad I wasn't calling the game because I would have been very biased and maybe frustrated earlier in the game when it got to 44 points down. Can you believe that? But to show the fight and the comeback, the dream is still alive. So, and I know if they make the grand final, I get access to more grand final tickets, which is a bonus as well because I've got a big family.
You do have a big family.
So it was just. The emotions just pour out of you, no matter if you're working in the industry full-time or not.
Can they do it, Brownie? Can the Lions win the grand final?
Absolutely they can. You're in the final 4, you're as good a chance as anyone. And then, so what it comes down to, it comes down to the mental side of the game. So, yes, I know Brisbane have had to travel and all those sorts of things, but they're not robots, these players. At the end of the day, they can get energised. Like Brisbane kicked 5 goals in 3 minutes.
Amazing.
Like, where did that come from? They hadn't had a kick all night. Joe Danaher was sensational. How good. The Joe Danaher experience, we call it. They should make a movie about it. You get everything from Joe Danaher, but we love him. And do you know he lives in... He would be the only player that doesn't live in the same state he plays in. He actually lives down at Byron Bay.
Does he?
He looks like a Byron Bay type.
He drives 2 hours. He's a Byron Bay operator. I don't think he had a TV until about halfway through the year. He drives 2 hours to trains, and then drives 2 hours home. Can you believe that?
That's why he's so happy. He's a happy hippie.
Do you know
from the Bay.
someone's trying to sell a bit of the grass from his boot on eBay?
Embarrassing when people do that.
Well, I think a few of his neighbours might be trying to smoke it down that way. There's plenty of happy hippies down that way.
Hey, Brownie, I want to take you back to Friday night. I know you were at the Adelaide Oval, and you would have seen this moment play out.
As a coach, that's pretty disappointing. You'd think, I reckon Ken as a coach would sit back and go, we've just had a win, a great win. You should be talking about how well our team played. Instead, a coach is out there mouthing off to a losing side. Pretty poor form.
So talking about Ken Hinkley, he's been fined $20,000 for that verbal stoush.
So that's the coach of the Port Adelaide
with Jack
team.
Ginnivan and James Sicily. What do you think of it all?
Well, it's emotions. It's passion and emotion, isn't it, after games? At the end of the day, Kenny's human. And he wasn't able to contain his emotion, and that was obviously a response to what Jack Ginnivan said during the week. So that's why we love footy, the emotions of it, and like I said, they're not robots, these players. It's been funny, actually, the response, because I think at the end of the day, Ken hasn't killed anyone. He's come out and he's apologised 3 or 4 times. The people that seem to be really rolled up about it are the ex-Hawthorn players that are commentators. So we've had Lee Matthews, Luke Hodge, Jordan Lewis, and
Who
Dermot
all, by the
Brereton.
way,
Do they
did a
need
fair
a-
bit of
Been
needling
very
themselves.
strong.
Do they
Been
need to
very
toughen up,
strong.
Brownie?
Yeah. I think they just need to tone it down. I think we need to accept Kenny's apology, understand it's human emotion, and, you know, at the end of the day, Kenny was rolling his boys up, and it worked. They come out and done the job, so Kenny had a fantastic week as a coach.
It's a bit rich
you know,
coming
but
from Jordan Lewis, though, isn't it? Your mate.
Well, it was good to see him, and Bucks was defending Kenny on the panel Friday night, and then Geordie said it was embarrassing, so it was a bit of a back and forth. It was good to see because we were absolutely freezing, and probably Geordie might have been pissed off because he was walking across the bridge to the Adelaide Oval and dropped his jumper. And as we know, it was about -2 degrees at 11 o'clock while it was still on air. So I think he still had, he wasn't happy.
That would have been an expensive jumper as well, Brownie.
I think it would have been too. So he's a pretty classy operator, Geordie. So, but I'll tell you what, it was great, wasn't it? We loved it. And obviously, I can't believe Kenny got fined $20,000 though.
Did you ever
for
get
that,
Lippy on? You wouldn't have ever got Lippy on the field.
Never.
Brownie?
I got lippy at Lethal training a couple of times, so I learnt the hard way after that. So.
What was the biggest fine you ever faced? Because the AFL love throwing out fines, don't they?
I didn't get fined. I just used to get suspended.
What was your biggest suspension?
Well, I punched Josh Carr in the grand final and got 5 weeks. And I've only got one regret, Loz. I should have punched him harder.
Brownie.
It was one of those things. But hey, we love finals, don't we? And it could be, although I don't want to talk about it, it could be 20 years because Port Adelaide is still in and Brisbane's still in. It could be 20 years from the day that they play off in another grand final.
That infamous day at the MCG, Alistair Lynch.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go. But it's a great time of the year.
It's
Brownie,
such a good time.
Love hearing from you, mate. Thanks so much for joining us on the show.
No worries. Good on you. Take care, guys.
Jonathan
Thanks,
Brown
Brownie.
there. September just brings, white line fever. Brings out the best
I
in
don't
everyone.
think you can be doing
Or
that
the
as a
worst.
coach, though. You can't be ripping into a player of an opposition team. Come on, Kenny.
Just after 8 o'clock. We're early.
We're running
Hey,
late.
we've thrown the rule book
And we
out
don't
because
care.
Jace ain't here.
Yeah, Jace is off sick today. You've just got Clint and myself this morning. Hey, Clintie, I was in Byron Bay.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
weekend. I had a hens party.
How exciting.
How fun are hens parties and bucks parties?
How many chicks?
Probably 30 maybe.
Oh, that's a big one.
30, 35. They're having a smaller wedding, so they had everyone at the hens.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And the bucks. So Paul went off to the bucks in Brisbane.
Mm.
He was at the races. They did like some big race day.
Were there check-ins? Did you check in with them or did they check in with you?
Surprisingly, he checked in with me
Did he?
while I was at the hens party, which I didn't expect at all. But mostly because our friend who is getting married and had the bucks, he's not the tallest human, and so
Okay.
they dressed him up as a jockey.
Fitting.
And they made him busk for his ticket. He had to,
Busk?
Yeah, they had a piano.
What do you mean?
They had a keyboard set up out the front of the
When he played tunes?
of the races. Yeah,
Did he
and
make any money?
He had to make his entry ticket.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So I was getting those videos, and we
Great.
had a cowgirl hens party.
Oh, okay, Beyonce.
Chicks just froth this. Yeah, how many times do you think Texas Hold'em got played? Chicks just froth this stuff.
Yeah.
So it wasn't it wasn't a sleazy hens party.
Mhm.
There were no exotic dancers. It was it was a great kind
No
of
strippers at all.
no strippers, no rippers. Adult entertainers. Thank you, Clint.
Dancers.
Don't be so rude. And we are classy.
You are classy
there was
gals.
No straws.
No straws at all.
No straws. No inappropriate adult straws. But everyone was dressed up
paraphernalia.
like cowgirls. It was a sit-down lunch.
Mm.
It was basically a big day house party.
Fun.
It was so much fun. But at one point, I walked into a room
Mm.
and I want to play you what I heard. I recorded it, and I want to see if you can guess what we were
Okay.
doing at the hens party. Have a listen.
What?
What do you think that was?
That's a hawk tour.
There was no hawk happening.
What is it? Can I get one more time?
So it was at a house.
You got a bucking bull.
Well, we should have. Oh my
Bucking
God.
bull. Was it a
No,
bucking
it wasn't
bull?
a bucking
Huh,
bull.
huh.
I don't know if people make that noise on a bucking
Pin
bull. No.
on the.
There was no pinning anything on the anything.
Okay.
No, at 9 o'clock, the music, there was a DJ and everything.
You
9
sure it
PM.
wasn't hawk tour?
It was definitely not hawk tour. The music went dead and they pulled out a silent disco.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if you've ever experienced
With
this
the
on disco.
headphones?
There are 40 headsets with 3 different channels that you could change on to different like playlists. And when you took the headphones off, you could just hear everybody singing along with no music.
Oh.
So that song was actually this.
Huh.
It was so tragic when you took it was so fun when you had your headphones on, you were dancing around, it was so loud. And then when you took them off, it was just like a group of tragic old women singing out of tune and out of time going, I love this song, put it on the red channel, put it on the blue channel.
Oh, that's a bit tame.
Well, the music just had to be off. We're going to
Okay.
get kicked out of the house. So they thought, do you think that's tame?
Well, I mean, hope they're going to do Hock Tour at the wedding.
There was no Hock Tour, Clint. I don't know what was happening at the Bucks party, but at the Hens party, there was no Hock Tour.
Time to give away some cash, Lozzie.
Yes, Clint, let's do it. It is time for the $5,000 question. Crystal from Lower Plenty, good morning.
Good morning.
What are you doing? What are you up to this morning?
I'm on the way to work, so I'm hoping that my morning will be extra special.
How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. I had a hens on Saturday, which was really fun.
Oh,
so-
me too. Are you feeling better than
Yeah.
I am this morning?
Yeah, I was like not too bad yesterday.
Were you behaved?
So I was relatively behaved.
So Lauren went to a cowgirl hens. Was there a theme at yours?
Ours was last margarita as a senorita. So it was
See?
like
Oh, that's cool.
Chicks
yesterday,
rock this
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that's
we love
really
it.
good.
Ours was the final rodeo.
All right, well,
Yeah,
let's win you
love.
some money. $5,000. That'd pretty handy for your Monday morning.
Yes, that'd be great.
All right, I got 3 questions lined up for you, Crystal. An easy question for $50, a medium question for $500, and a hard question for $5,000. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go the 5K.
$5,000.
All right, Crystal, here we go. You're going to be asked a question. You've got 3 seconds to answer. If you get it right within the countdown, $5,000 going into your bank account. Here we go.
Name the album this song is from.
Say my name, say my name.
3, 2, 1. Survivor? Oh, it was Destiny's Child, you're right, but it was the Writings on the Wall album. Came out in 1999, one of the great albums of the late 90s.
So many bangers on that album.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Damn it.
Damn it. You know what? When I saw your name and age, I was like, I reckon she'll know this.
Yeah, well, I knew it was Destiny's Child. I just had no idea about
Well,
the album.
you had a stab. Well done. Good job.
Hey,
you were close.
do you want to
Give
come
her-
to
give
our
her
grand
something.
final breakfast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
I'm going rogue today.
Yeah.
You're coming
Yeah,
along.
no, I'd love that.
Crystal, it's happening next Thursday at Brewmanity. We can't wait for it. And who do you barrack for?
I'm a Collingwood supporter.
Oh.
But I'm going for Brisbane.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they make it to the grand final.
You can still wear your scarf.
Well, we'll see you at our
Maybe some
grand
face
final.
paint. Maybe a tattoo as well.
Our grand
Yeah.
final breakfast next Thursday for finals footy at Melbourne's best rooftop. Book at brewmanity.com.au now.
Hey, coming up next, Lozzie, we joke about all things crystals and astrology while Jace is away because he hates it.
Hate it.
I think I might be turning into a psychic. Lozzie, I've been having this. So I think I told you last week that I've been experiencing deja vu a lot recently.
I love deja vu.
It's so freaky, though,
I
isn't
don't
it?
really get it, though.
So when it bites hard for me, right? Like, it really rattles me, and I don't know why.
Because you think you're like, hang on, have I already done this?
I've done this. I've been here. I've said this. But I don't know why, whether it's a seasonal thing or maybe I'm not getting enough sleep, but it's just happening more regularly.
Really?
It really
'Cause it's-
throws me off my axis.
I could be wrong here, but I think it's a switch between your short-term and long-term memory flicking over or something, which is what causes it.
Right.
So your short-term memory, I don't really know how it works.
Like the
It's
other
got some-
day.
can someone get some details?
Yeah, can
on
we
it?
Google it? But the other day, I was sitting outside in the phone room and producer Ali was on the phone to a caller and I just stopped in my tracks, just frozen.
Mm.
I was like, I've been here. I've seen Ali talking to this same caller like a few days prior. So I'm just reliving those exact,
Well, that's
that
what
exact
deja vu
moment.
is. How often is it happening, though?
Well, quite often. And the other day, I had a dream that I was at a home auction for a mansion, right? It must have been a dream.
Were you the real estate agent or were you buying the mansion owner?
No, I was just a bystander, right? But it was furious bidding. There were bids flying left, right, and centre. Anyway, it ends up getting sold. Sold! The hammer comes down to a guy. He looked sort of rich, wearing a black beret. You laugh. On Saturday, I took myself for a walk. I was in Sydney, went for a walk. I was staying in the city, but I walked sort of towards Surrey Hills. And there was this big, expensive-looking place, and there was an auction. It was about 11:30 in the morning. So I stopped for a look.
There was a man in a black beret.
A man in a black beret
So do
bought the house.
you think it's deja vu, or you think you actually dreamt it like a psychic?
I think I'm turning into a psychic.
I would love nothing more than for you to start getting the witchy about you and become a psychic. You know, I just saw
that-
Denya's wife had, Shezzy Denya
Shezzy.
on her Instagram. She's gone to Edinburgh to witch school.
Maybe I could go to
become
witch school.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Should we send you?
Isn't Vivi on reception here? Isn't she doing psychic classes?
Well, I don't think she's a psychic, but she's into crystals.
Is
and
she?
Things.
So when that happened, like I went cold. Like the hammer came down, it replicated my dream. The hammer came down, and without a word of a lie, the bloke who bought the house had a black beret on. I dreamt this maybe 2-3 days earlier.
Had you thought about it in between the dream and that, or are you just
Not
thinking
really,
you've
no.
dreamt it? I think it was deja vu. But I was at a hens party on the weekend, and there's a lady there. It was in Byron. Woo!
Yeah.
Lots of woohoos up
Yeah,
there.
few
And she
cookies.
said she's a bit witchy, and she was saying to me that I can see a baby coming, and there's 2 of them, and I was like, oh, no thanks. Twin Pauls. Have you seen the size of my
Oh my
Paul? I was
God.
like,
Imagine
oh,
getting those
no.
things out.
She was so excited to tell me, and I was like, don't tell me this. I'm at a hens party trying to have a good time. How dare you tell me I might have twins?
I'm
But I love-
sensing something actually.
Oh, what are you seeing in my future,
It's a
Clint?
little bit of an aura. Hey,
Triplet Pauls.
132410. I want to ask Melbourne, like, reoccurring dreams. Just the more bizarre reoccurring dreams that you're having.
Or just spooky too.
It's just spooky. Yeah.
Did
Try
you dream
freak
something
us
and then
out.
it happened?
Freak us out.
Freaky Monday.
I love it.
Have we still got that stink? Jace isn't here today, and he hates this stuff. But we've rebranded the show this morning. This is how we've rebranded it. 13-24-10 Melbourne. Let's get freaky. What weird thing happened to you?
Plenty in the prize cupboard as well.
Oh, yeah, let's give away some
Yeah,
stuff. Jace isn't here. What should we give away? Royal Show tickets, perhaps? Experience so much more fun and excitement at the 2024 Melbourne Royal Show from the 26th of September to the 8th of October. Tickets are at royalshow.com.au. But if you've got the witchy about you,
Yeah. Get freaky, Melbourne.
let's get freaky.
Jace, I'm sick today.
Morning, Melbourne.
But we can do what we like, and Jace hates any form of psychic or mystical chat. So
Freaky tiki stuff.
this morning we're throwing out the rule book, and
Clint thinks he's psychic because he had a dream and then he thinks it happened.
what happened? I dreamt it, and it happened at an auction at the weekend.
I reckon it was deja vu.
A guy in a black beret.
Did you put your crystals out to charge them on the weekend?
I'm going to have to buy some crystals, aren't I?
Yeah, go to the crystal shop.
So 13-24-10, we want you to join us on this mystical journey on a Monday. Oh, yes. There it is. What's happened to you? What freaky tiki stuff can you tell us about?
Let's get freaky. Melbourne. Nikki, good morning.
Good morning. How are we?
Good. Have you got a freaky tiki skill? Are you a bit witchy?
A little bit, yeah.
What
I've had the same dream for about 10 years since I was 18. I'm now 28.
How often would you have it?
Probably every month or so, every month or 3 months, yep.
All right, what are we dreaming?
It would be a little girl, blonde hair, curly blonde hair, blue eyes, and she would be my daughter. And she's now currently 3 years old, sitting in my backseat.
Has she got blonde
does she
hair,
have
blue
the curly
eyes?
blonde hair?
Yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes. We'd have the same conversation. She'd say, "It's okay, Mummy, I love you." And we'd play together, and she still tells me exactly the same words all
Nikki,
the time.
I just got
Yeah.
goosebumps.
I know, right?
So do you think you've got a bit of the psychic in you? It was just that one intuitive dream.
Oh, there's been a lot of instances, but yeah, I think she was just sent to me, I think.
I love
But yeah.
Do you know how much Jace would hate this?
I know. The only dreams I have, I've worked out. I was having
don't tell us.
I was having nightmares, and I kept waking up in these hot sweats and having nightmares. And it was from having red meat. I was having
The meat sweats.
was having meat sweats at night.
You're dreaming about a T-bone.
I was dreaming about a T-bone.
All right. Hey, Sarah, welcome to Mystic Mondays.
Hi guys, how are you going?
We're great.
Good.
Hey,
That's good.
What have you been? Just freak us out a little.
So my friend's a nurse and she works in a hospital. She does quite a lot of night shifts. And she was saying the other night that this happened 2 nights in a row at exactly the same time. It was like 11:41 and 11:43. She went in to check. The buzzer went off for, a cord that's come out of the machine, which she said happens quite often at night time because people roll around and stuff. And she went in there to check the first time and she was like, oh, he's dead asleep. There's no cord out of the machine. That's weird. Sometimes they just go off. And she went in the second time and the same thing, and it wasn't pulled out. That happened 2 nights in a row at 11:41 and 11:43.
At the exact same time.
Exact same time, yeah. And no, they weren't plugged out at all. Like, they were completely plugged in, the whole lot. And then on the same night, a buzzer went off for... No, sorry, she was patrolling the hallways as they do at night time, just checking all the patients. And it's dark, obviously, but, illuminated by the machines and stuff. And she walked past room 10 and she saw that the lady in there was sitting up in the chair. And she goes, oh, okay, she's awake. So she went back to the nurse station to report it. And she just remembered that room 10, the lady in room 10 has got 2 broken legs and she's on palliative care and she definitely can't get up out of bed. So that was the 2 things that happened, in a night. But she tells me stuff all the time.
So was she actually, how did she get out of the chair?
She wasn't out of the bed.
Oh.
So she went back and checked. She went back and checked, like 3 minutes later because she thought, no, wait, it wasn't,
And there was no one sitting in the chair?
There was no one sitting in the chair and the lady was completely asleep. Yeah.
There would be ghosts in hospitals for sure.
Every ward?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's freaky
We had a
tiki.
ghost in our old house in Byron Bay.
What's its name?
You stayed there,
Milko.
Remember the ghost? Did you ever meet the ghost?
What was the ghost name?
One of the spare rooms,
Yes, you told me
everyone was
about-
just like, there's something weird.
Is that
in
the one
this
you put
room.
me in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ghost room. Sorry about that. I didn't believe it at the start, and then every single person that stayed was like, there's some weird ghost in. You would have been thrilled. You would have thought someone slipped into bed with you.
Oh, who's there? Who's next to me?
I hope it's not a ghost.
Good morning, Melissa, on 13-24-10.
Hi. So I had a dream that I was at a friend's house and we were just in her room chatting away, and all of a sudden her sisters walked into the room and she was covered in blood. And we had to take her to the hospital in a dream. And then I've woken up and I've called my friend and I was like, I had a very weird dream about your sister. Is she okay? And she rang her and she checked and she was fine. And then later that day, she sent me a photo of her sister covered in blood. And I thought, you guys are playing a prank on me if you put tomato sauce on her or something. And she rang me and she was like, no, my sister's had a really intense blood nose that she couldn't stop.
Oh, my God.
So I felt very witchy.
You are very witchy. Is that the only time that's ever happened to you?
I've had other times as well where I've had little feelings where something might happen and then it happens.
You must
So,
all
yeah.
go to the witch school in Edinburgh that I've
Should
seen
we all
Grant
go?
Denya's wife at.
Maybe we should do a road trip.
Shezzy Denya. We should get her on tomorrow and see how it was.
Shezzy
the
Denny.
witch school. He
I
was
love
teasing her about it and he said she was going to come back like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. He said,
Would
"Will
I
you
make
come-"
a good psychic?
Not if you giggle like that every time someone tells a story. I don't know
It
though.
freaked me out, though. It threw me right
I don't
off my
think you
axis.
would like it. I don't think you'd like it.
All right.
But I
Hey.
think we should send you to Edinburgh to
Hey,
the witch
I'm,
school.
I'm feeling something.
Oh, what are you feeling? Is it in your knees?
Hang on. I'm getting a message.
Oh, God.
We've got Olivia Rodrigo tickets to give away.
Clear the phone lines.
13-24-10. If you want tickets to see one of the hottest acts in town, Olivia Rodrigo, Lauren.
Give us a ring now, Melbourne, 13 24 10. Let's do it. We mentioned before we've got double passes to the hottest tickets in town, the Olivia Rodrigo Guts World Tour. It is coming to Melbourne.
This is going to be a good one.
Candice from Pakenham, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're good. You a big fan of Olivia Rodrigo?
No, but my daughter is.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're about to be Mum of the Year. Congratulations. She gets those tickets, Candice.
Thank you so much. Thank
Well
you
done,
so much.
Candice.
Are you going to let her go with friends or are you going to take her?
I'll take her along, I think.
Yeah.
She's only 11, so
Okay.
probably
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
send her
probably
by
Going to need
herself.
some supervision.
Probably not a bad
Yeah,
idea.
exactly.
Congratulations, Candice. Let's also go to Michelle and Gemma from South Morang. Morning.
Good morning.
Please tell me that you're an Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, come on, fire up.
Oh, we so are.
How much do you want the tickets?
Hi.
Oh, hi,
hello, Gemma.
Do you love Olivia Rodrigo?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the concert?
Yeah.
Guess what? We got tickets for you, girlfriend.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Guys, we got plenty more tickets to go this week.
Yeah, we do. Hey, by the way, I just saw in the news, Josh Dacos and his partner Annalise Dallins are engaged.
I know.
Footy's power couple.
I saw that on the gram. Couldn't miss the ring.
Big ring.
Big ring.
Good on them. Congratulations to them. It's almost 9 o'clock. Can you believe it? It's scooted on by this morning. We've been having so much fun.
We've gone rogue and we're running late, but now it's time to catch up with these two.
Introducing our next guests, two hilariously talented comedians known for heckling those in the public eye.
Some have said that Tim and I have taken a superficial attitude towards news and current affairs.
In 2024, Mel and I promised to turn a new leaf and cover only the important stories.
Plan on pooing on anyone today, Jill.
Well, it's good to know there's still some journalistic integrity out there. Please welcome to the show, Mel Bracewell and Tim McDonald.
Yay. Good morning, guys.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Lovely to be here. We thought we'd rock up. Not everyone on the Jason Lauren team does.
No.
So
Jace isn't here today. He's off sick. Our executive producer also isn't here today. So we've got no idea what
Things
we're
been
doing.
going well.
So we were told we're getting two of the best in the business in town.
Oh, wow. You're welcome.
And
Thanks
then
for joining
Robert
us.
and Julia pulled out and we came in. So it's great to be here.
Hey, you guys are celebrating 100 shows on the cheap seats. We've just had our 100th
Yes.
show.
I know.
You having a party?
Are you celebrating?
Are we having a party? I mean, Tim can be sober driver, I guess. Oh, no, you can't drive. Whoops.
You can't drive.
I don't have a license.
Had it taken off you or never had one in the first
Never
place?
had one. I get the gist. You know, there's the wheel and the pedals, but
Yeah.
never had one.
Yeah.
So how do you get around?
The only person with a Formula One podcast despite not being able to drive.
How?
Listen, if you
Why?
can't go 300 kilometres an hour in a school zone, what is the
Yeah,
point?
exactly.
What is the point?
So how do you get around
Did you ever
town?
get your license?
I'm so sorry. I've really
It's amazing that I've
commandeered this interview.
Well, there's Clint, you wouldn't know, but there's public transport and there's
No.
buses and trams and
Are
trams.
you a bus guy?
Not a bus guy. no, I'm a train guy.
He's a tram guy. Well, you're not a tram guy anymore because you did get a fine.
Literally last week I got fined for not having a Mikey.
Oh, you didn't touch on or
$300.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 12, Lauren, so it should be a concession fine.
All these years you've been catching the train, you don't have a Mikey.
We're here to talk about the cheap seats.
No,
100
we're
episodes,
not.
not my
No,
public
no,
transport
no.
history.
Are you a fence jumper? Do you jump the little tiny little fence they have at the train
Literally,
station
I
to get
touch on every single time. The one time you don't touch on is the time that the ticket inspectors get on the next stop.
He also tags trains as well with his graffiti.
Mate, at least I'm a man of the people. I'm on public transport. When was the last time
No,
you
he
encountered
loves
a
it.
member of the
I
general
don't
public?
mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even catch buses.
Well,
There you
no,
go.
you don't. What bus do you
I
catch?
caught the Sky Bus once upon a time. Is that the
To
same?
the airport. There's no other option.
I was once the ambassador for the Sky Bus. And
Yeah, Lauren.
I'd never been on it before. And they said, well, you can't be the ambassador if you haven't been on the Sky Bus. And I was like, oh, I just don't have time. So they made me do the meeting about being an ambassador on the Sky Bus. We had to go to the
That is
airport and
amazing.
back.
Now, Lauren, in terms
Quite
of
a
the
good
in terms of the great brands to be the face of, you know, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, where the Sky Bus was that a prized gig?
Do you want to know what the ad was? I had to say, want to have more money for ice creams on your holiday? Don't catch a taxi, catch the Sky Bus.
And did you do 2 takes of it, or was the first one good enough?
We're going to need an edit.
Is it any surprise I didn't get invited back to be the ambassador the next year?
Wow. We're not lucky enough to be, you know, partnering with great brands like the Sky Bus and Metro Rail. So
That's
yeah,
because Channel 10 doesn't have budgets.
I know. Well, seriously, we're celebrating 100 episodes at Channel 10. We're just glad to get 100 minutes, honestly, because
Hey, let's talk cheap seats because I went to bed early last Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I woke to a flood of text messages on Wednesday morning because this happened on air.
But no one went further for the story this week than Channel 9's Clint Stanaway.
A win for Hawthorn fans tonight with more flights just announced to help get supporters to Adelaide on Friday. Clint Stanaway is at his computer.
What are you doing, Clint? Clint Stanaway.
More like Clint Stan to stay.
I'm glad Clint is at his computer because he can now Google seek.com to get a different job. What are you doing, Clint?
Let's see how Clint did.
You got one at 2:10 in the afternoon as well. Over at Qantas, things are a little bit more expensive. That always happens. Your session has expired. Got to refresh the screen. Here we go. This is live television.
Great job, Clint.
Jobs, Clint.
smooth.
We
Stanners.
love this because, this is terrestrial television and you try and not remind people
That's
of the
what you call
internet.
it, terrestrial
television. And then what your report was is here I am on my computer
that's
on Qantas.com.
That's what we love.
No, don't go on yourself. We've got to watch Clint go on and have his session expire.
But we're so used to reporters, travelling to far-flung
Yes.
locations. You got the London Bureau, you got Washington correspondents. You literally did that report from your desk.
717 Burke Street in Docklands.
I'm
That's
glad
right.
you put him up on it though, because I was sitting on the couch and I saw that live, and I was like, "What are you doing, Stanners?" So I'm glad you took it out of him.
That's
for
called
that.
Phil. That's what you Phil.
Where are you doing the sports? Are you going to do the sports report from home? Are you just going to be on Zoom?
Yeah, via Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Without Phil, we would not have a TV show. So thank you for your service.
Well, Clint, you did win Reporter of the Week,
Thank you very
and so
much.
we've come in here to present you with the official
official
certificate.
Yes.
You can hang that up on your desk, or as you call it, the Melbourne Bureau.
By the way, we don't have desks here. We're not that professional.
No.
When we moved in, they said, "We'll put your desks here," and we said, "No, we just want one big couch." So we all just sit on one big couch like The Simpsons. We don't have a desk.
I can't believe we work on Channel 10, and yet I feel like giving you guys money. Is everything all right?
We're number one, apparently, as well.
Well, congratulations,
one.
Clint. You go
Congrats.
into the
That's
running
huge.
for Reporter of the Year, which we'll announce in our end of year show.
Oh, so there's a...
Yeah, you are now
Like
in
an
the
awards
running
ceremony?
for the final. I mean, it's an episode of the Chiefs Each, so I guess, and that way it's a ceremony.
We get every Reporter of the Week, and they go into the running for Reporter of the Year.
Has there been a reoccurring reporter? Like, is there a front runner that
has
just
there
keeps
what?
mucking it
Well,
up?
there is, and he's our guest on Tuesday night. If you're in Melbourne, you would know him, the great Alan Rascal, one of your colleagues, Clint. He's been Reporter of the Week.
to win it.
He's been Reporter of the Week basically every week we've been on air.
Yeah.
He does amazing reports.
He does jazz hands
What was
and
it
tap
like?
dancing.
Correct.
Yes,
What's the worst one he's
one
done?
time he was knighting Sir Hummus, I believe.
Literally.
It was like some guy that the Sir of
It was
Hummus.
the week of the King's coronation, and all the other reporters are at Buckingham Palace, and Alan Rascal was doing a story about a man who just ate a lot of hummus, and so he was knighted as
That's
the king
our
of
guy.
chickpeas.
That's our guy.
Ah, good. You can catch it all on the Cheap Seats returns Tuesday, 30th April, 8:40 on 10 and 10 Play. Congratulations on 100 shows, guys.
Thanks,
That's massive.
guys.
And if you're heading to the airport, you can check out the Sky Bus as well.
Yeah, I'm going for that role yet again. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Hey,
We did it.
we did it.
We did a whole show without Jace. Good for us, Clint.
Good for us. We get a gold star.
Thank you for being a friend.
We are getting out of here. Jace was off today, so thanks for tuning in and putting up with just Clint and I. Clint, we can have a massive sigh of relief.
I mean, it wasn't that hard.
No, we're fine
He's
without
not that
him.
important.
I wonder how long he's going to be sick for. Because when chicks get sick, like I'm sick,
Yeah.
still here. When
You're
blokes
battling
get sick,
on.
they're out for a week.
Yeah, do you think he's got the man flu?
Oh, God, the whinging when he comes back with a man flu.
No, we've had fun. Thanks for joining us for this wild ride this morning.
We've got a huge show for you tomorrow, Mel. We've got more Olivia Rodrigo tickets. Make
cool.
sure you tune in for that.
The
We've
phones
got
went nuts for those tickets.
to your grand final breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
We are hosting next Thursday, Melbourne. We want you to join us for that massive show. We will see you tomorrow. What are you up to today, Clintie?
I've got to go into Channel 9, pull a double shift today.
You.
I know. What about you?
You want to talk about football all day?
Yeah, footy.
Footy
What about you?
finals. I'm taking it very easy today.
You should, you know what? You should get a facial.
Oh, facial, you reckon?
Why not?
Why do I need one?
No, I didn't say, like, do you know what? Let's get out of here.
We'll see you
See
tomorrow,
ya.
Melbourne.
Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.
Nova.